Hey everyone, I wasn't gonna do another live, but my kids are sleeping and I did my makeup and I haven't done my makeup in like, I don't know, but my hair's wet, soaking wet. I just got out of the shower. So we can't have it all, right? But I'm really excited that I'm all clean, I got a shower, washed my hair and actually put on makeup so I look presentable for once in a really long time. So I'm like, I have to do a live. So anyways, if you have any questions or random thoughts, please share so I'm not just talking to myself. But I just wanted to hop on and talk about kind of how my journey began and how I got to where I'm at. So starting in high school, I got really sick in high school. My senior year of high school, I was like sick for like 7 months straight. It was really crazy. And in that time, I had the MMR shot again. And I kept getting put on all these meds and antibiotics and all these things, and it was just a mess, and I got misdiagnosed, and it was a hot mess. So hi Ashley. So it was a hot mess, and I started looking into like alternatives after that, and it kind of just had me to start researching because I really didn't understand how a doctor missed this, how I was sick for so long, why I was put on all these meds that weren't working, and why all of a sudden I had my lymph nodes were hyperactive. And so I had these huge lumps in my throat all the time, anytime I got sick, and I was a mess, and I didn't understand what happened. So it just made me research, and I started looking into things, and then I started looking into antibiotics. I started getting reoccurring UTIs and all these things, and I was wondering what was going on and why it was all happening. And so little by little, I started looking into it. I started doing some holistic care for like my UTIs after taking antibiotics probably 5 different times, and they just kept coming back, and started learning about, how ineffective antibiotics were and how they don't really solve the problem. So I did holistic care. It was, first of all, way cheaper, right? So I was young at the time, and I didn't have all this money, so treating it holistically cost me like $9, and going to the doctor and getting antibiotics was like $100 and something. So I'm like, winning, right? And it worked. So yeah, so if you have no money, doing things cheaply and it actually being successful kind of drives you. And so that kind of just started the journey even more and more and more. So I got rid of my UTIs, they didn't come back. I still have not gotten one since then, and I was getting them like every couple months. It was crazy. And then I started hearing more about vaccines and learning more about them and reading about them because I was a nanny for a family, and they decided to delay vaccines, and I was kind of curious about it and looked into it more. I'm originally from Switzerland, for those of you who don't know, so we're pretty holistic there still, and they're not as like huge on the amount of vaccines. So I was kind of just curious, like, why we have so many here, and this and this and this. And so through a lot of research, I realized, that I had an injury from the MMR that I got in high school, and my hyperactive lymph nodes was from that. And it just had me read more and more and more about that. And so I just decided that I wouldn't get any more vaccines. And that was, quite a while ago. And so then I just looked into even more things. And so I started, kind of turning then and looking more at our body and how our body heals itself and not putting more chemicals in it and things like that, and just understanding the immune system. And then I got married. And then I got pregnant, and it just kind of evolved even more. I looked into natural birth and the side effects of epidurals and all the interventions and the IVs and just Pitocin, all of that. And I started looking into more of the side effects and research and things like that. And I decided that it wasn't for me personally, that I wanted to do an unmedicated birth for my child and for myself. And then it had me look into a whole slew of things, and it had me look into, so I had a birthing center birth for my first, and so I looked into cloth diapers because of the chemicals and because it saves you money. So now we were going down to one income because I was going to be a stay-at-home mom. Hey Savannah. And so we looked into cloth diapers, and I started researching that. And so it was really overwhelming at first. Like, I always tell everyone who's looking into cloth diapers, like, take a deep breath. It's super overwhelming. There's so much information. There's so many styles. There's washing the diapers. I mean, like, my head was going to explode when I first looked into cloth diapers. But it was awesome. So anyway, so we decided cloth diaper. And so it took lots of trial and error. You try different styles and you see what works for you and blah, 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 blah. We can talk about that on a whole nother thread or whatever, live video. But I looked into cloth diapers, looked into baby wearing, looked into bed sharing. Hey, Amber. Basically looked into all these things that felt natural to me. I was still only pregnant at the time. My son wasn't born, but I was really... these things just kind of fit with who I was. I'm a very, like, cuddly person and, like, loving person. And so it just felt natural for me to be close to my child and, like, natural for me to do all of these things and, like, breastfeed and all these things. So we did the sidecar crib with my oldest, and he was not a fan of that. My oldest had a really rough couple of months. His first 3 months were hell. I had really bad postpartum depression because of how, anyways, my birth was traumatic, which I can go on a whole nother live about. His birth was really traumatic. We went into the hospital right after he was born. Like, I think he was like 12 hours old because of a terrible pediatrician. And that just made me more angry and look into the medical community even more. So he was given like a bajillion rounds of antibiotics for nothing. We were lied to and harassed, and hey, Alexandria, and they wanted us to be afraid, and they basically, it was a disaster. It was like the worst 5 days of my life, and I got like maybe 5 hours of sleep the entire time after just having a baby, and walking, and it was just terrible. So, long story short, so he didn't want to sleep in the crib, and so basically I held him for like the first few weeks of his life. I'm like propped myself up with pillows, and he nursed throughout the night and on my chest. And then he had severe reflux and all these different issues, and so we had to prop him up. So he did the sidecar crib for a little bit, but then he did the swing, and we did a whole slew of things until he ended up just in the bed with us. So then bed sharing began. So it started out as co-sleeping, and then it was bed sharing, and my youngest has been in the bed or right next to the bed since he was born, and we still sleep with both of them. So I've just kind of done a lot of things that have come natural to me, and they're considered crunchy, but I haven't done them just because they're crunchy, if that makes sense. Hey, Priscilla. I've just done what's come natural to me. So it's the same with parenting and the attachment parenting. It's all just been kind of naturally who I was created to be. And it meshes, you know. And then it's kind of just a pro that I personally think it's the better way to parent. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry if that seems judgy. But anyways, I really love attachment parenting, and it's just, it all comes natural. And then the holistic lifestyle has just been like a really slow journey and transformation. And I've just seen the benefits, even with like extended family. A lot of them have started doing more natural remedies and things like that, and they just see the benefits of it, and they see it actually works. And so, you know, my kids have never had ear infections. My kids don't get sick. If they get sick, it's like a runny nose, and they get over it so fast. My immune system has been greatly healed. Just going holistic got rid of my my hyperactive lymph nodes have gotten like less and less and less over the years. So I just want to encourage anyone who has had a vax injury or just like an overload of chemicals or whatever from meds and things, like, you can heal. You can't, I'm not saying you'll be 100% because damage has been done. But you can have a better quality of life. So I've noticed a huge change in my body since healing and stopping the chemicals And then when I decided last year, when I found out about leaky gut and candida overgrowth, like my mind was blown. Like I had known for years, like probiotics are good. You know, everyone tells you, oh, yeah, probiotics. But I didn't understand how probiotics worked. I didn't understand how your gut worked. I didn't understand candida. And like candida is like a crazy thing. And it's a really smart bacteria. And it like forms like a shell around itself. And anyways, probiotics aren't enough. Okay, I just want you people to know, if you have candida overgrowth, normal probiotics are not enough. Yes, it's great to add good flora in your gut, but if you have a candida issue, you need to address the candida and not just take probiotics. But that's a whole nother live video. So we've already got like a bunch of topics to go over later. But anyways, so healing my gut was like huge. Hey, Destiny. And once I learned gut health and things like that was a whole another like epiphany, I guess, for myself. And so I have been huge on supporting my gut, supporting my children's gut and things like that, and just working on that, because your gut houses about 80% of your immune system, for those of you who don't know, and it has 90% of your serotonin and then your other hormones. So I actually healed a lot of things, and I don't have my emotional issues anymore, and a whole slew of other things, my headaches and things like that, because your gut, again, it contributes to inflammation. So I'm kind of on a tangent. I'm sorry. I just wanted to hop on. Hey, Ashley, because I did my makeup for you guys who've missed the beginning. I haven't done my makeup in forever, so I'm like, okay, I'm not looking completely terrible. My hair is wet, but it's okay. 1 out of 2 is good. So anyways, so over the last, 8 months or so, I've been really working on gut health and learning about that aspect. So my journey just continues, and the more I learn, the more I change. And it's one of those things, is like, we can't be perfect. It's just, you take a step at a time in the right direction. And so I'm a huge believer of healing your body from the inside out. And so in order to do that, we need to support the immune system that God gave us. And so that's it. That's how my journey began. And I'm just huge on giving my kids, thanks. I'm really big on giving my kids the best start at life as possible. So that is emotionally, that's spiritually, that's physically, that's everything, right? So that's, for me, my role as a parent. So I want to make sure that I'm supporting them, not just in their health, but in everything else, in the way I parent, and the way I lead them to God, and everything. So that's, I guess, my biggest why. And so since becoming a mother, my journey has just kind of amplified. Is that a good word? It's just gone crazy, basically. And I've done everything I can possible to make sure that I give them the best start in life. So, so yeah, does anyone have any questions before I hop out? I kind of just talked for a long time. I hope you guys saw my holistic, holistic medicine cabinet from yesterday. That was a pretty awesome video. And I just went over a few things that I thought were important to have handy. Natural alternatives to help take care of your kids, and a few things for us as adults. But that was yesterday's live. I don't see any questions. I'm just gonna sit here for a few more minutes and just talk to myself while I wait and see if anyone has any questions. Hey, Marissa, you jumped on at the end. I really don't have anything else to say. I'm seeing if anyone has any questions. I'm debating on doing another live on vaccines, but I'm kind of hesitant because I'm not a genius and I don't know everything. So I'm kind of hesitant is a good word. So I know some people have wanted me to do a live on vaccines, but I'm super apprehensive about it. But I'm planning on doing one on cloth diapers. I know some people are curious. You're telling me to go for it. Yeah. Throwing me in with the wolves, man. It's terrifying. We'll have to do a group live where 9 people are on, so we're all just being attacked at once, because I know a lot of people are pro-vax on the page. But anyways, so I'm planning on doing one on cloth diapers. I think people are curious how I wash them. Thanks, Kayla. You're so sweet. I think people are curious on how to wash cloth diapers and like poop and things about it and like styles. So thank you. I'll have one person. I appreciate it. So if anyone's curious about cloth diapers, I can show you like the styles I have and I use and tell you how I wash them in my experience, and we can throw a few on so you could see my cute kids. Well, actually we should do it during nap time, but I could post pictures of my cute kids and their cloth later. So I was thinking of doing one on cloth diapers, sort of like a tutorial and like an info thing. And I think people are curious about baby wearing. I have Tulas and an Ergo Baby 360, and I have wovens and a ring sling. So I could kind of show you the difference in all of them and kind of my suggestions and like what ages to use them or like what situations. And that's again my preference. Everyone's different. So I could do one on baby wearing. I'm not sure what else we could talk about. I can talk about anything. You just guys have to let me know what you're curious about. That's pretty much like the strange things that I do to some people, like the crunchy. I know I'm weird to a lot of people. Trust me, it took a long time for my family to get used to me. Well, the new me. I weirded them out a lot. They all thought I was crazy, especially like bed sharing. Oh my gosh. Everyone thought I was crazy. Okay, so I just want to encourage you. If your family thinks you're crazy, it's okay. You can still do things, even if they think you're crazy. Gender neutral parenting. Okay, I was actually going to talk about parenting and kind of sort of like the neutral thing and supporting their interests and kind of unschooling, homeschooling thing. So I can do a parenting one. That sounds fun. Let's do that. Maybe I'll do my makeup for the next one. What do you think? You know, I don't even know where like 90% of my makeup is. Isn't that terrible? That just shows you like how little I do my makeup. It's a really sad life of mine. This is motherhood, people. You don't do your makeup. You don't even know where your makeup is. Well, for me. Okay, I know a lot of other moms that like have everything together. I don't. Thanks, Marissa. I never wear makeup. I used to do makeup. Isn't that crazy? I know. You'd never know when you see me these days that I used to do makeup. But you'd have no idea these days because I don't even know where my makeup is. Priorities, right? My kids are my priority. So anyways, 2013 girl. Okay, you've got me beat. I think I did mine like 8 months ago. Hey, Christina. But anyways, okay, so we got baby wearing, cloth diapers, parenting, maybe vaccines, if I'm ballsy enough. I don't know. I'm going to need a lot of people. Why don't you tell me what you want to know about vaccines? Maybe. If I have time where I can kind of write things down, maybe, but I also don't want to jump on and get attacked. But I am all about educating. So I'll take one for the team. If you want to know more about vaccines, let me know. Anything else that you want to know about. But anyways, I just want to leave you guys with this. I kind of went on it for a few months ago. But it's okay to be different. It's okay if you don't fit in with your family, if they don't agree with your choices, if they think you're crazy. It's okay. All that matters is what you and your husband have agreed to, or if you don't have a husband, what you have agreed to do for your children. Because everyone's going to have an opinion. And all that really matters at the end is you guys are the ones that are accountable for your children. So everyone in my family and my husband's family have different opinions. And it can be very overwhelming. And if you don't have tough skin, it's hard. You know, you feel like you're kind of pulled in all of these directions and you're not really sure. But I've just come to the conclusion where I'm used to not being accepted by everyone. Once you start kind of stepping out into like alternative medicine and things like that. It's a good idea, Marissa. Thank you. I might do that. Anyways, you know, I'm used to not fitting in completely and like kind of going against the grain, but it's really hard. when it's your family and close friends, and especially when it's your kid. It's terrifying becoming a parent. Like, terrifying. It's still really scary. My husband and I talk about it all the time. It's so scary, the fact that you can mess up your kids. Like, it's a lot of pressure as a parent, and we just have to take a deep breath and, you know, take it back to God and, like, know that it's okay. Rear facing, yes, car seat safety. Car seat safety. It's a good one. My kids still rear face, and they're not turning around anytime soon. But anyways, back to me encouraging you. I'm getting so distracted, but you can keep commenting. It's not me telling you to stop. But anyways, it's okay. So my biggest thing is I don't expect me to agree with everyone that's around me. And I don't ever want my like lives or my posts or anything to seem judgmental. It's not at all judgmental. I respect anyone's choices. And if you feel it's right for your kids, then do that. But I'm all about informed decisions. And I'm all about knowing why you're doing something. So like intentional choices. So if you're going to turn your kid around at a year or before, I know people who've done it before, then know why you're doing it. Like, know the pros and cons. Like, understand that choice. Don't just do it. And if you just do it, then fine, that's your business. But I'm all about informing people. So I'm going to use my platform and help educate. So if you want to vaccinate your kids, awesome. Vaccinate your kids. But know what you're doing. Don't just listen to a doctor who's getting paid and given bonuses to vaccinate your children. Okay, it's about money, people. Don't just do it for that. Know why you're vaccinating your kids. Know the pros and the cons. If you're going to use antibiotics, know the pros and the cons. Whatever you're going to do, if you're using a crib, if you're bed sharing, if you're baby wearing, I don't care what it is. Everything has pros and cons. Know what you're doing, because you can have children die bed sharing. You can, but they haven't done it correctly. They haven't researched and they don't know what they're doing. So yes, you can do it unsafely. But SIDS is crap for any of you who don't know. Kids do not know. Okay, well, that's a whole nother tangent. We're not even get on that. But just know why you're making choices. If you're, you know, spanking your kids or using timeout or, you know, whatever you're doing, yelling, I don't know, even being kind, it doesn't matter what your choices are as far as parenting, but know why you're doing them. Know the pros and cons. Be educated. Circumcision, anything. Know why you're doing it. Know the pros and cons. So I'm all about informed decisions, people. So I don't care what you do with your kids. They're your kids. They're not mine. I take care of my circus and my monkeys, not yours. But I want everyone to make a decision that is best. And I want them to feel comfortable. So if you are here, you know, 3 years down the road or whatever, and your kid gets a vax injury, I don't want you to be heartbroken because you didn't look into it. If your kid's immune system is crap because you gave them 15,000 antibiotics, I don't want you to be upset about it and wish someone would have told you, right? So I'm here telling everyone. My kid had like a bajillion rounds of antibiotics when he was a day old until he was like 5 days old. Ezra, his immune system was crap. He got a yeast infection, he had eczema, he had reflux, he had so many things. And it is due to his immune system being total crap. And so it has taken a journey to support his immune system and get it back and get it to where it is today. And so I feel for you. You know, I'm not here being judgmental, but I hate people not understanding what they do. I hate people that trust doctors and expect that they do the right thing and it doesn't happen. I've met so many parents with their children that had vax injuries or terrible immune systems because of overuse of antibiotics and meds, steroids. It's sad. It really is. It breaks my heart. So I come from a place of like being brokenhearted for children and parents, because they have to take care of their child now and they have to live with that. And so that's why I talk about things that are like different and heavily scrutinized, and it's because not enough people do. and I want to be one of the people that use my voice for good, even if I get attacked and my children get attacked, because I do get attacked and my kids do get attacked more times than I thought, and it's really sad. And I'm okay. I'm okay with doing that. If I can help one person, I'll be okay. I don't like when my kids are attacked, so, but it's okay. It's kind of part of the decision of going against the grain and speaking out against what's popular. So anyways, I just want to encourage you and just tell you it's okay. And if you make decisions that aren't agreed with by your friends and family and you feel attacked, you can always come to me and talk to me. I get it. But I will be a place of encouragement and let you know that it does get better. Not with everyone, but some people will come around and they'll be thankful. They'll be thankful that you stuck to your guns and that you did continue. And I'm not saying attack people, okay? I'm saying come from an educated place and inform them. So I've had friends and family, you know, change their views on things or just learn about things because of me coming from a place of gentleness but firmness in my beliefs, and they've seen firsthand my kids. So I just want to encourage you. You guys are awesome, and if you don't agree with me, it's okay, but don't be mean. And I won't be mean to you. So yeah. That was my little tangent. I hope it made sense and you guys got something out of it. Does anyone have any other questions before I hop off? Chiros are awesome. I love chiropractors. Thanks, Janice. Thanks, Marissa. I'm trying not to do them too often. I said once a week, and then here I am. I did 2 this week, 2 days in a row. But again, I did my makeup, people, for those of you who missed, so I have to get on. Anyways, I'm gonna get off if no one else has any questions. So comment below what you want me to do next. For the 8 of you who are still watching, 7, I'm losing you, every day. I don't have enough to talk about every day. I'll just be rambling like I am right now. Thanks, Janice. So anyways, comment below what you want me to talk about next. So we've got baby wearing, cloth diapers, parenting, gender neutral parenting is kind of together, unschooling, homeschooling. Someone wants me to do vaccines, a series of them. Terrifying. What's your questions, maybe? Cloth diapers. Hey, Kayla. I'm about to hop off. I've been like rambling for a while. Gentle parenting discipline. I did attachment parenting. Oh, I kind of just talked about why I did attachment parenting. Homeschool versus public. My kids are 2 and 1, so I don't have much experience. I can tell you what, like, in theory, what I know. I can tell you why I've chosen to do homeschooling, unschooling. I haven't like picked yet. I'm doing unschooling right now. Thanks, Jaxie. Yeah, Jackie. Okay. Okay. Well, if anyone else has any questions, I'll talk about kind of why. A little bit why about public schooling versus homeschooling. I can do that. Vax. I guess I can just talk about the basics of vaccines. So discipline. Okay. We can talk about discipline. With gentle parenting. I can go back over that. So I kind of just went over, I don't know if you guys have missed it. You should look at my videos. I went over the 7 B's of attachment parenting and gentle parenting, and basically why I've chosen to do attachment parenting. So those of you who have missed that video, that's on there. And then I can't think of anything right now. That sounds like a great idea. Message me. And then yesterday I did a live on my holistic medicine cabinet, which was fun. So I've done 2 so far, and well, this is my 3rd. So I'll do those topics that we talked about. I can also talk about breastfeeding and natural birth. Does anyone want to hear about natural birth? I can talk about my journey, so I can kind of talk about, I could do them both. I could talk about like my journey and myths, maybe. Myths about breastfeeding. Things that people aren't educated about. Natural birth, maybe how to deal with the pain. How to survive natural birth. People have such different experiences with it. Mine were both very painful. I didn't have this like non-painful birth. How to have a natural birth. I love birth, so I love the idea of birth. when I'm giving birth, it's not so much fun, but it's an incredible experience. So I would love to talk about birth. I don't know, for those of you who don't know, I want to become a doula in the future. I love birth, and I think support during birth is so important. So I'm like pretty obsessed with birth. Love fresh baby pictures. Gosh, it like literally kills me. I'm like, I have 2 kids. My youngest just turned 1, and it's like my ovaries, like every single time I see a little baby, it's crazy. Like, what is wrong with us? I was asking a girlfriend, like, what is wrong with me? Like, I don't want another one yet. It's terrifying to think of adding a 3rd one right now, but like, when you see a squishy baby, like, come on. Who else is like that? They just like, you turn into mush and you just want to freaking kiss it and hug it and just love on the baby. Gosh. My husband would kill me. He would kill me. But like, I love fresh squished babies. Oh my gosh. I love birth photography. And like, if I could do like 15 things, there's so many things I would love to do. If I had the time, I would love to learn photography, specifically for birth. Just birth. Because like, it's just incredible. But then I just need to be a doula. I don't need to take pictures. I need to be in the moment, right? And it just goes along with my personality of like really encouraging and supporting. And anyways, I'm rambling. I'm gonna hop off. But I'm excited. How often should I do these? Does anyone have any suggestions? I can't do every day. That's obnoxious. I don't have enough to talk about. But I feel like I love doing these though. So I don't know if I can kind of just hold it to 1 a week. Maybe 2 a week. Should we do 2 a week? I don't know. What do you guys think? What's too much? We don't want to do too much. I don't want to annoy you guys. I think twice a week. Yeah? You agree, Marissa? Thank you. Thanks for just agreeing. Yeah, I think 2 a week is good. I can like refrain myself from doing more than 2. So 2 a week is good. I did it yesterday. If you look on my page, I can just tag you on it when I get off of this. I'm also thinking, what do you guys think? Been 3. You're gonna get so sick of hearing me talk. I'm thinking about doing like taking recipes and showing you how to do it, like the healthier version of it. I do flourless cupcakes and things like that, and I just take all the flour and stuff out of it. That's not like the sugar. Anyways, how to make like alternative recipes without like having that recipe. My husband thought it would be kind of interesting for me to do one of those. I don't know what you guys think. I could just maybe do like a basic cupcake recipe, like blueberry cupcakes. I like doing blueberry zucchini cupcakes. Muffins. Why am I saying cupcakes? Muffins. Blueberry zucchini muffins. And I make them flourless. So I can do that. Things like that. I don't know. You guys just have to come up with the ideas and be like, yeah, do that for me. And I really am going to get around to doing a gut health one. I know a few of you want me to. I try not to talk about gut health too much because I feel like you all think I'm like a walking ad for Plexus. So I really try not to talk about Plexus too much. But like I love Plexus and what it does for gut health. So I've kind of been like hesitant to do my gut health live, but I can. Just let me know, because gut health is really important for all of you who don't know. You should know and like look into it. Anyways, I'm done rambling. I'm gonna go have a little me time. I probably get like 2 more minutes before my son wakes up, my youngest. But I'm hopping off. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. It's awesome chatting with you. I mean, even though I'm kind of talking to myself, sort of, it's fun, like, talking to your comments. Oh, I think I hear my youngest. I gotta go. But anyways, I will chat with y'all soon. If you guys want to talk more, you can always message me and, like, we can, like, talk in Messenger and, like, you know, meet up for you who are local. We don't just have to have a friendship on live. Okay, I'm really gonna go. I gotta go. Bye.